The story exploding right now centers on a photo that quietly vanished, but not before it sparked a full-blown online storm. An unflattering image of White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt has reportedly been pulled from major photo archives, raising serious questions about image control. And who decides what the public gets to see? And here's where it gets interesting. This wasn't a random social media post. This was an official press briefing moment captured inside the White House. The image itself? Simple, almost ordinary. Karoline Leavitt smiling, holding her son, and a turkey named Waddle in the frame. But what turned this into a viral flashpoint was the angle. According to a report by the New Republic, the photo was taken by Agence France press photographer Andrew Caballero Reynolds from a very low angle pointing upward. And that angle purportedly created what the outlet described as a double chin effect, a detail that quickly became the center of controversy. Because soon after, the image began disappearing. The New Republic reports that the photo was removed from Agence France Presse's collection and also pulled from Getty Images' archive. No announcement, no formal explanation at first, just a quiet digital vanishing act. But online, nothing stays hidden for long. The moment the story broke, social media lit up, with users mocking the situation, some sarcastically writing, "Barbie doesn't like this photo. It would be a shame if it was widely circulated." Others were far more blunt. "She does look awful," and "she's so awful." The reactions harsh, personal, and relentless. But behind the noise, a more serious question started taking shape. Was there pressure to take the image down? That's where Agence France Presse stepped in, directly addressing the speculation. Speaking to the Daily Beast, AFP's Director of Brand and Communications, Grégoire Lemachon, made it clear, quote, "While we were made aware that White House staff found the photo unflattering, we want to be clear that there was no formal request to remove it, nor was there any external pressure involved." No formal request, no external pressure, but importantly, an acknowledgement that the White House did not like the image. And that detail is what's fueling the debate. Because this isn't the first time questions have been raised about unflattering images and access. In a separate case reported by the Washington Post, press photographers were reportedly barred from taking pictures inside the Pentagon briefing room after multiple outlets published images of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth that were described as unflattering. So the pattern isn't isolated, and it doesn't stop there. Even the president himself has publicly pushed back against how he's been photographed. On October 14th, reacting to a Time magazine cover, he wrote on Truth Social, quote, "Time magazine wrote a relatively good story about me, but the picture may be the worst of all time." He went further. "They disappeared my hair and then had something floating on top of my head that looked like a floating crown, but an extremely small one. Really weird. I never liked taking pictures from underneath angles, but this is a super bad picture and deserves to be called out. What are they doing and why?" That question now echoes across this latest controversy, because in the case of Karoline Leavitt, there's no confirmed order, no official takedown request, but there is a photo that vanished, a reaction from the White House calling it unflattering, and a growing list of moments where powerful figures have pushed back against the images that define them. So now the spotlight shifts, not just to one photo, but to a bigger issue. Who controls the narrative when the camera doesn't flatter? And when an image disappears, is it coincidence or something more carefully managed?